Welcome to
Half Past Cha.
Look at us. I'm going to say that every single time now because I say it in
Well,
every
it's just
episode.
a habit at this time, or at this point.
Yeah. Anyways, everybody, welcome. This is a husband and wife podcast talking about our life experiences being married, along with being an interracial couple. Our podcast is called Half Past Cha because we are currently drinking cha. You can't see it, but we're drinking cha. This is why we call it Half Past Cha. So,
I'm not gonna lie, I just have water today.
yeah.
I need some water. I'm a little dehydrated. Not doing tea today. We're gonna do coffee later, so I figured I'd just have water today. Don't be too upset with us.
Facts,
Sorry.
but it is what it is. We still don't have a sponsor, and for that reason, we need you to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at K2V Patel, and then Hallie G Patel. Give us a 5-star rating if
Please.
You are on Spotify, and give us a like and a comment if you're on YouTube. But today's episode is going to be a little different. No real topic, but we have been asking for questions every day of the week.
Every single day this week. It's been posted.
And we've been asking questions, and we've collected quite a few. So far, we have 25 questions, which is a lot of questions. It's a lot of questions.
Yes, it is.
So we're going to go through each of them and talk about them. We're going to go through who asked each question. Hopefully, it helps because, as you know, a lot of people have questions about a lot of different things in relationships and marriage and all of that. And
pertaining to us and our podcast. And we always do questions of the week at the end, but I feel like every once in a while we should throw out just a full episode with full questions of the week so we can answer all of them and not just do like 4 or 5 at a time, because this is going to be a lot more fun.
Yes.
Than just doing little segments towards the end. So with that being said, I'm excited. So K2, are you going to start asking the questions?
Yes, I'm going to start asking the questions, but before we start, I want you to know that it's warmer outside. I don't know if you can tell, I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt.
I'm not.
But it's so much warmer outside,
I have hair on me.
Meaning that we might even do an episode outside one day.
Well, do we want people to hear? I thought about that.
On our back porch?
We have no privacy. I don't want people to hear us.
That's fine. We don't have to, but
I'd be embarrassed.
It'd be fun.
Our neighbors are like this close to us.
Comment if you want us to do it outside on a park bench in front of people. I love doing things in public, so that might be fun.
What do you like doing in public?
I just like being in public. I like when we're like recording in public. It's just out of my comfort zone, so it makes me feel good.
It makes me cringe a little bit.
I love it.
I'm like, okay, wait till this person walks by. Wait till this person walks by. Okay, anyways, with that in mind,
first question. All right. What are some of your long-term and short-term goals? Career, YouTube, life, whatever it may be. And this was asked by Abhishek.
What are my goals?
Yeah, you got it.
God, do we have to start with this one?
Yeah, I think this is the best question we can start with. If you want me to go first, I can.
Please do.
Okay. So, career goals. I mean, my main goal is to become a manager of some kind within the business that I'm in. And to do that, it's going to take a lot of work. I still have about 2 to 3 more years before I can do that. Trying to get an MBA, and then that's in terms of career within the next 5 years. That's the goal. Maybe in 10, 15 years, director or senior position would be really nice.
Making bank.
But in terms of YouTube, continuing TikTok, creating content as much as I can. I haven't been posting a lot recently, but I have been creating content. Like I have just this. Literally on my MacBook right now, it says just a random video. That's the title. And it's literally just a random video, but I feel like I can't post it. I don't know why, but I'm still creating content constantly. It's just that I'm not posting as often as I would like, because I want to elevate my content every time I post. I feel like a lot of creators run into that, where they stop posting as much, but truth be told, you should just post it. So that's YouTube, continuing to do that. Hopefully can get, my goal is to get 10K within like the next year or two. I would love to have 10,000.
You can do that. That's doable.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Life goals.
Personal goals.
Probably to work out more. I know that we've been going to workout classes a lot more often,
Oh,
and they've
yeah.
helped a lot just to keep me motivated. But we started doing workouts in the middle of the day, like lunchtime, and
Oh my
it is
gosh.
so much better than doing it at the end of the day.
So much better. You also, since you're doing a workout class, you have a sense of community with people, and you're not in it alone. Now, looking back, I see that I don't like working out alone as
Yeah.
much. I'm with people, and it's exciting, and
I
it's great.
I did do it. I did a 7 a.m. class to see if maybe working out early in the morning would work.
That wasn't it.
I don't think that's it for me. Got up really, really early, and then I had to go through a full day of work. I mean, it's a lot. It gets to be like I have to be in bed by like 8 or 9. So I don't know if I can do that.
But I guess if you think about it, that might be good in some ways, because then what if we shifted our sleep schedule to be earlier, and then we get up earlier the next day and we get more out of
But
our day?
This is something I looked up recently. Is like
What are you
everybody
doing with your face?
everybody has their own like internal clock. Like some people
Yeah.
are morning people, some people are not, and that's just built into you. You can't become a morning person if you are not a morning person.
There's no way you can make yourself a morning person?
I truly don't. I think you just made a certain way. Some people just can wake up in the morning and they are just morning people.
I think it just takes practice. You can't just wake up or like go to the next day and wake up 5 a.m.
Yeah,
You can't do that.
It's too much.
A
So
lot of work goes into that, and the night before, and being on your phone, like so many different things.
yeah, but anyways, that's my answer to that question. Hallie, what's your answer?
All right, well, I'll start with the one, of course, that's most complicated for me at the moment. Career goals. Let's see. I honestly am struggling with this one. I know eventually I would like to go back. I mean, eventually, as in potentially this fall, would like to go and get my master's. Sakechi and I are thinking of doing the MBA program together. Reason for it being MBA is that it could open so many doors in the future. What doors? Great question. Still kind of figuring that out. If I ever wanted to be a professor and teach about my current career, like stuff that I'm good at in that sense, I could do that. I could do so many things. I don't know. That's just the first one that comes to mind, and I'm kind of blanking on some some of the other goals that I have written down. I would like to move up. I'd like to do. I've been in my job for a few years now, and I've really learned the ropes. And you always want to take your skill set that you have and better it. And I want to better myself. I want to use the skills that I have to go up to a different job. I love my company, want to stay there, but not really sure. I don't know. And it's hard because I'm so early in career. I'm 24. It's still, I mean, even now, I thought after I graduated, I'd know what I wanted to do forever, and that's not necessarily true. And then you think about, when Skate and I decide to have children, that's also going to make things complicated, and what I want to do, and I don't know. I'm taking it day by day, and I'm really trying to figure out what I'm interested in, what I'm not, writing this down, meeting with people, trying to figure that out, but it's hard.
Yeah, it is.
What do you think about that, Skate2?
No, I agree. It's gonna be. I mean, it just takes time to understand exactly where you want to go, but eventually you'll be able to. The only thing that I would ever suggest is meeting with lots of different people to get their perspective and learning about their background and seeing what their career path is and learning from their mistakes, so then you don't make the same mistakes. And that's something that I've been trying to work towards is making as many connections as I can to see the different paths that are possible, because you really don't know. There's a job for everything out there. Like literally, you wouldn't even imagine these kinds of jobs exist, but they do, which is crazy.
Yeah, so then I don't have a YouTube channel, so I can't really discuss those. However, my personal goals, I told Saketu that 2023 would be the year of clean eating, and that is true. What is clean eating, you might ask? For me, at least, it's removing things such as butter, heavy whipping cream, sugars, things like that, and incorporating more natural sugars from fruits, incorporating vegetables into our meals, stuff like that. And I've been sticking to that. It's May. I've done a pretty good job so far. I want to continue to do that for both of us because I can tell such a difference in how I feel And just, I mean, overall, it tastes so good. You can still eat so healthy, but make it taste good. Like, you don't have to eat lettuce. I hate lettuce, so that's not one thing.
I love lettuce.
Yeah, so, like, you can do all different kinds of things, but that's one thing that I want to continue to do. I want to continue. I've really gotten in a good kick. You guys know I had mono. I was very, very sick for a very long time, it felt like. For like a month and a half, I wasn't doing it. Basically, for like 2 months, I wasn't working out. I wasn't making an effort to cook really well for us, and I really got in a slump, and it was very hard to come out of, but I knew that I wanted to come back stronger and healthier than ever, and I've really been trying to do that ever since I felt healthy and good enough again to be able to prepare good food for us, to eat, to work out, to walk, I've been sleeping a lot better, I think. I've really been trying to make an effort to go to bed earlier, not setting my alarm on the weekends, which sounds crazy, but I always hit my sleep goal on the weekends when I do that because I don't have a million alarms going off at 6, 7, whatever.
I hate those alarms more than anything.
I know, me too. I say it every year, but 2023 is the year of bettering myself, and I just want to keep doing that in all the ways that I've mentioned.
Mm-hmm. That's a great answer, Hallie. Mm-hmm. This is the next question. This one's kind of a little bit, I guess, this is going to be a little good question. I like it. Okay. Tell me the weirdest thing about my side of culture, and then I'll tell you something about your side of culture. And Camelia Grace asked this question.
Weird is an interesting choice of words there.
Maybe different. What's the most different?
Yeah, or different, unique.
Mm-hmm.
I would say probably the most different thing that I experienced was that you guys do like everything together.
Yeah.
My family does not do that.
Yeah, like if we go somewhere, we'll just sleep all together in the same like basement or whatever if we're going to somebody's
like to visit
house.
Family.
Yeah, if we're visiting family or something. And I think that's not something that Hallie used to do. So
no, I've never done that. My family, I mean, like we love each other, but we really like our personal space, and so that was definitely something that still I get used to.
Yeah. This is I guess mine is something that I think it's just pertaining to her specific family, but they do lunch in terms of everything holiday related. Like they'll do Christmas lunch, they'll do Thanksgiving lunch, like no Thanksgiving dinner in a way. And
we do like a late lunch.
Like 1 o'clock. But anyways, it's something different that I've never seen, but it works out really, really well for me because my family does everything very, very, very late, maybe like eating at like 8 or 9. So it works out.
Well, no matter what. And I tell everybody this every holiday. I say, yes, I'm so excited because I'm going to get 2 amazing meals on Thanksgiving, whatever. Oh, I love Thanksgiving. Oh my gosh, I love holidays because we get such good food 2 times a day at least.
Yeah. So that's the answer to that question. And then these next 3 questions are from Hallie. Mm-hmm. I don't know which Hallie it could be.
I don't know who that
but
is.
It just says Hallie. So
I just thought these would be interesting, fun little questions to throw in there.
When did you first have alcohol?
This is actually a funny story. I was 19, and it was at my brother's wedding. I was in the wedding party.
That's illegal, Hallie.
No, shut up. I was in the wedding party. I was a bridesmaid for my brother's wife. They decided to do a champagne toast. And, up until that day, I thought champagne probably tasted really good. I was wrong. I don't know if we've mentioned this before. So Katie and I really don't drink. It's not really something we're interested in. Occasionally I'll drink socially, if someone says, here, have a glass of wine, oh, take a sip, whatever. But it's not really something that we do. And especially back then, like I was 19 and they had a champagne toast. I thought it had potentially been swapped out for like like sparkling grape juice or something. I was wrong. And I remember somebody gave a speech, we toasted, and then I took a sip, and I still remember my cousin was sitting in the table very close to our big party table, and I made I took a sip. I made the ugliest face because I realized it tasted so bad.
Yeah, I never understood why people like alcohol. It doesn't taste great.
It just
at all.
tasted so bad. And she laughed. When she saw my face, she laughed so hard because that was my first time ever trying it. And I did not have it again for years later. So there you go. What about you, Skate?
Probably like 10 years old, and my dad gave me a sip.
10?
Yeah, my dad gave me
Really?
a sip of like beer or something like
Really?
that. Yeah. And it tasted so bad, but
Well, you were just a baby.
yeah. Well, I just didn't know why he kept drinking it. And so I was like,
"Here, let
can
me
I
have
have a
some."
sip? And then he said, yeah, sure, why not? And so I had a sip, and it was disgusting. It
Let
was
me get a sip
so
of that.
bad. And then, like, I guess after I turned 21, I think I had it once or twice because you had ordered it, so I took a sip of it, and still, it was disgusting. I don't know. I just don't get it. I do not get it.
Yeah, I
But
mean, it's not necessarily for the taste.
it's so bad. I don't. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
If I want to get on a high, I'll go.
On a run.
run.
A runner's high. I think
Yeah.
that's where that comes in for us because we love being so, which I'm not saying you can't drink if you're fit, but I'm just saying us personally, we love to go, like, we'd rather go do something socially fun, exercise, go on a walk, play tennis, whatever, instead of going to sit at a bar, personally.
Yeah, makes sense.
Nothing wrong with that. That's just us.
When did you first say "I love you"?
I remember this very well. Do you know what I'm going to say? Mm-hmm. So this was...
She kind of just yelled it.
No, I didn't. I did not yell. Why would I love you! Why would I yell that?
Yeah, well, I was driving.
No, listen.
Okay.
Okay, this is what happened. It was December of 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, we've been dating 2 months. Is that soon?
That's not soon. 2 months.
I don't know. Is that soon?
I would have said it on the first date.
Yeah, I know.
So,
It was December 2015. My birthday is Christmas Eve, so I had a few friends over for a birthday party, and Skate 2 had a very tight curfew that he had to get home to. So he was leaving the party early.
yeah, I was.
We walked outside, I walked him to his car, and I remember, like, we gave each other a hug, kiss, and said, all right, good night, like, obviously thank you for coming, my birthday, I love you. I said that, and I did, but the thing is, I know, I made a face because I wasn't planning to say it. I was not planning
I was
to say
waiting
it
for
at
her
all.
to say it. And then.
You didn't say it first, I said it first.
Well, Hallie said it, and then I just drove off because I was driving.
Yeah, are you kidding me?
But I was already driving. I didn't know if I should press the brakes and say it back or.
Well, like, you were in the car.
Yeah.
You, like, I was standing, you were in your car.
I was, like,
'Cause I was about to go
driving.
in. You were about to drive away. But the thing is, okay, so, yes, I said it first. I said it without even thinking about it. That's how I knew. Afterwards, I thought about it, and I was like, I must really feel that way. Otherwise, I wouldn't have just said it.
I was really happy.
And then I thought, wow, all right, he didn't say it back. Did we even talk about it?
No, I'm pretty sure I called you to say it back.
But you couldn't just tell me?
No.
That's interesting.
Because I wasn't expecting it.
I wasn't either. I wasn't expecting to say it just as much as you. Gosh.
That's how that happened.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Well, when did you first say it then? After that?
Yeah, no, I said it after, like the next day or that night by calling. I don't remember exactly what I did, but that's how it happened. Okay, that's how the I love you story. This is still Hallie, by the way. I don't know which
This is the
Hallie.
last one.
Favorite college experience.
I'm gonna let you go first.
My favorite college experience was probably we used to have a building that was always locked, but we would get it unlocked over the weekend by going there on Friday and like stubbing like a piece of like carpet or something between the door. And so then whenever we came there on Saturday or Sunday to study, we could open the door and go into this locked building that nobody was in. And it was usually like lecture hall rooms and like huge like projector screens that we could like turn on and like watch stuff on. And it was really fun. That was my favorite college experience.
Of all the, so just all those times that we did that.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, I honestly can't pinpoint one because we had
What
so
about
many
Regatta?
I know that was what I was going to
Yeah.
say, but it was Regatta 2019.
Oh, okay.
Not the year that we actually rode in it.
I love
'Cause we
the year
did.
that we rode
Well,
in
it was cold. It wasn't
Yeah.
super nice. That was fun. However, I think stop shaking your leg. You're
Sorry.
distracting me. Holy cow. I think at least one of my top that I'll talk about is regatta. Which, if you don't know what regatta is, at our school that we went to, there's a canal downtown, and you can have teams of students. Is it canoeing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't know the difference, but you canoe in the canal and you race. It's basically like a boat race or like a whatever race.
Yep.
And 2019, it was great. It was so perfect that day. I brought my dog Ike with me, so he came and we just watched. We had really good food. We were with Christina. We were with some friends. It was awesome. They have all kinds of vendors there. But then, so that I love that memory. Aside from that, I would say just all the times that we spent. We would stay on campus so late because keep in mind, Saketu and I commuted. We lived at home.
Yep.
So all the times that we would stay in the in the second floor of one of our favorite buildings, we would stay there.
It was super fun.
And we'd just study, and then we'd either go grab food and bring it back and study. Like we'd turn on the TVs, we'd watch stuff. I mean, just like with us and our group of friends as well. So just all those times were really, really fun.
Yeah, those were great times. I wish I could go back just one more day.
I know, I do too. You don't realize how good college is until you work full time.
Yeah.
I miss it so
Facts.
much every single day.
Okay, next question. Isabel asks, what's the best movie you've watched recently?
Well, the most recent movie that we watched was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 in theaters. It was really good.
So good. I mean, they did a much better job this one than they did with the Ant-Man one.
I know that was kind of disappointing.
But yeah, no, it was great. It was so good.
Would you also agree that's the best movie that you've seen
That's
recently?
probably the best movie I've seen recently because
Yeah.
there hasn't been a lot of movies.
I know. There needs to be more movies because that's our favorite date to do together is go to dinner and
Yeah.
a movie. It's the best. We went to Olive Garden before. We had great pasta. We had their warm Italian donuts. And the breadsticks at the garden.
At the garden.
Man, they were good. And then
Good
we went to go see
stuff.
the movie, and that was great.
Good stuff.
So-
All right.
Oh, next one's a good
No,
question.
not the next one. We're gonna go to number 9 instead of number 7 and asks, what is a fun fact about each of you? Something really underground. And this question's by Mackenzie. Mac,
You go first.
something
fun
super
fact?
underground. I make YouTube videos. It's
No,
pretty.
That's pretty surface level, Saketu.
So, I guess a lot of people also know that I've been on the news
Everybody
every year
knows that.
except 2020 and 2021 and 2022 were the only 2 years that I haven't been on the news. That's a fun fact.
every year aside from that, you've been on the news.
Since 2014, yeah.
Which is crazy.
Fun fact.
Do you have anything else that's like more secretive?
Spicy?
Yeah. Why not?
I don't know.
This is hard.
Let's see. When it comes to like something that nobody knows, I am very particular about the grass. And when somebody says my grass doesn't look good, I take a pretty big offense to it.
That's how I am about Sylvie.
And I cannot get the backyard grass to grow, and I'm very angry about it because I feel like I'm doing everything right, but it's not growing all the way. The front yard looks great, everybody. So
Well, it's because it was sod.
Yeah,
It's
well-
really hard to grow your grass when it's seeded, and we built a house on this lot. It's very difficult.
Yeah, fun fact. That's me. Okay, your turn, Hallie.
Can you think of let me ask you, can you think of a fun fact about me that you know that I
Hallie
don't know?
has more pictures of Sylvie on her phone than any other thing.
True.
That's a fun fact.
But that's about that's about my girl.
Hallie is a really good cook.
Well, we already know that.
Hallie, another fun fact. Hallie likes to read a lot.
I read a lot.
She reads a little too much.
Knowledge is power.
And Hallie is also born to lead.
Why is that?
According to a fortune cookie.
No. No, it doesn't say you're born to lead. It says don't undermine or don't forget about your ability to lead.
Yeah.
And
I think she's a really good leader.
I did
But that's like something
randomly
that...
get that in a fortune cookie, actually. And I put it in the back of my phone because I want to look at it every day and remind myself that it's okay to lead, and maybe that's where your future is going to be. I don't know, but I need to see that. Okay, one more thing. Oh, I thought of a fun one. I make Spotify playlists for every occasion in my life. I do that a lot.
Yeah, she does.
I have one for spring, summer, fall, winter. I have one when I want to be in my feels called I'm Sad. How depressing is that? But kind of love it sometimes. I have one for 4th of July. I have one for Thanksgiving, like different holidays. I have dinner party, house party. You should just check out my Spotify. I'm pretty sure I'm just Hallie. I have a Bollywood playlist that has some bangers in it, right?
Yeah, it's pretty dang good.
And I can say that because a lot of people have told me that it's got some bangers in it. So you should go check it out. But that's a fun fact about me.
And this next question's by Christina.
Ooh!
Why does Saketu love to poop so much?
You know what? That's, Christina,
Great
honestly,
question.
great question. Couldn't tell you why. Let me go first and then you
I
go.
actually don't enjoy it. But
You don't?
Go for it.
It seems like you do.
No.
It wakes him up. It's like an alarm clock. That wakes him up in the morning. I personally do not understand how somebody can wake up and immediately have to go to the bathroom. It takes me like 2 hours at least to like feel like, oh, maybe I should like go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Saketu just wakes him up and he's like, oh, gotta go. He's like on an internal clock schedule system.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where I am in the world.
Except, yeah, even when we were in India.
7 a.m. is 7 a.m.
Oh my gosh, I don't get it.
I got to get up at 7 a.m. or 7 a.m. or 8 p.m. or 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. Like one of the two. Like I gotta get going.
Let me just say that you have no idea how many times this has ruined our morning plans. Black Friday.
Oh, okay.
It's like
Listen, I can't stop it.
5:36. I'm like, K2, we gotta go if we're gonna go shopping. He's like, I can't. I'm not done yet, and it drives me up a
Whatever.
wall.
Let me know if you guys have poop problems. Anyways,
I think it's just you.
next question.
Even before this, your stomach has been upset all day, and I said to Katie, you cannot fart during this podcast while
Okay,
we're sitting here recording
listen.
because I can't hide how I feel about it. It drives me
understand.
nuts.
I'm going to go to the next question.
Why do you think you fart so much?
I don't know, but I'm about to do it right now.
Oh my god!
But
I heard that.
No, it's just my stomach is
Oh my
not feeling too hot right now. So,
Katie's lactose intolerant, but he doesn't want to admit it.
Isabel asks, favorite song at the moment?
You go first.
Billionaire by Bruno Mars.
That's been the same for like 12 years for you.
Yeah, because I want to be a billionaire and be in Forbes magazine next to Oprah Winfrey
And the Queen.
and the Queen.
Oh, R.I.P.
Yikes, that's not going to happen anytime
Next to
soon.
smiling next to Oprah.
All right.
My favorite song at the moment. I've been listening a lot to Money, Money, Money by ABBA.
Oh, I love that song.
Because ABBA, how can you not like ABBA?
I like Gimme, Gimme, Gimme.
No, they like to do things in sets of threes, don't they?
I like it.
Gimme, gimme, gimme. Money, money, money. Money, money, money. I'm Mr. Krabs.
That's me. Facts.
K2 is Mr. Krabs, Mr. Penny Pincher.
How did you know the other person was the one? Was it early on in your relationship? And this was asked by Risha Mishra. Risha Mishra?
Did you type that out right?
Yeah.
Rishav?
Rishav. Rishav?
Rishav?
Yeah, Rishav.
Okay. Well, okay, let's go back a little bit. When I said to Skate that I love you for the first time, I thought kind of that. No, don't.
You thought I was the one then?
Not. I'm just saying because I thought about it after, and I was like, if I said it that effortlessly, maybe then he's very, very special to me. Are you farting right now? You're trying to. You're literally trying to. You do this thing in your jaw that you like clench your teeth. Can you? This is embarrassing
not right
for
now?
you. This
Can
is
you not?
embarrassing for you.
Can you?
Oh
just
my
not
gosh!
right now. Okay.
So and I don't know if I've said this before either, but the first time that we actually met, It was weird. I had this weird vision, like That's So Raven, where she like does that thing.
You had your vision of having an American and Indian wedding at the same time.
No, we actually didn't know when we were really serious about each other. We had no idea how that was going to work,
Yeah.
and that actually caused an argument, which we were like, oh, again with like the compromise, whatever.
Yes.
However, I do remember the first time that we met, you left a really good impression on me.
Oh.
And I thought, could I see myself dating this guy? Yeah. I wonder if that would lead into marriage. Those were my thoughts. And I think just as our relationship continued to grow over time, we really truly realized that we were each other's best friend and that we make each other better. And I think there wasn't just a singular moment where I said, yep, I'm going to marry him. No, it was just over time I realized that we were more what's the word? Not comparable. Compatible. We made each other better. You were able to cheer me up when I'm sad or mad or whatever it may be. I mean, there are so many reasons. That's very surface level, but just over time, you start to really learn when your person's going to be your person forever.
I agree.
Same thing?
Well, the first time I talked to you, I just needed to know why you were
you just needed
managing the. I couldn't hold it in. You know, I was a very curious guy. And so I just needed to know.
You still are.
I just needed to know who you were. And so I asked and I found out. And then I was like, you know what? Let's hang out all the time. And then I really liked the way that you were different than any other girl because you didn't care about the normal things of like makeup and clothing and all these like
it makes
things.
Me sound trashy.
No, but like, you know what I mean? Like you weren't like.
Was it very materialistic?
You weren't materialistic. Oh my gosh. That was like every single girl like was all about that kind of stuff. And so
well, in high school it's different too because like, you know, you're always trying to be popular. Like some people are always trying to be popular, always be best. There are always those popular people. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so
we weren't that.
I was that, and so like seeing somebody outside of that, it was like really nice.
You were. Oh my god, I'm so lucky that I'm in your presence. Let me bow down to you.
Yes, I mean I was like all the way up there. I mean everybody knew who I was.
Just because you made the stupid lip dub doesn't mean
you
jack. Okay.
Yeah, it is what it is. But for real, yeah, no, I kind of just I wouldn't ask somebody to be my girlfriend if I didn't know that I wanted to like
I'm shocked that you wanted to be with somebody outside of your social class.
Yeah.
Truly.
It's crazy.
Stop playing with your toes.
I'm sorry.
God, your nails
I just
long.
have ADHD and I have to do something. So it's either
Let me
I
get
shake
you
my
a
leg.
fidget spinner.
That could work. Now we're going to a question from Isabel again.
Isabel.
And this question says, best part of your week. What is your best part of your week?
Like, wait, just ever? Like every single week?
Just like out of the week, what's your favorite part of the week?
Well, I could just say my favorite day is Friday.
My favorite part of the week is coffee
Date night.
dates.
Oh, coffee. Oh, I love our coffee dates.
Those are fun because it's just like a break to do nothing and drink coffee.
I love when we get coffee and go to the library together,
Yeah,
which is what
that's
we're going to
good
do
stuff.
here after this. And I'm so excited.
This is another question. This is from Akshara.
Oh my gosh.
Akshara J Akshara, maybe. These are Instagram names, so it's like a lot.
Sorry if he butchers your name.
Yeah, sorry. While in a relationship / married, how do you deal with different religions? It's a great question. I think the best way that, I mean, initially when we first started like our relationship, this was a big question, and like how to handle it. But like, I was very secure on what I believed in, and Hallie was very secure on what she believed in, and there's no point in telling somebody to believe in something different when you are raised a certain way, you know? And so I think once we matured a lot more, we realized that individually. And so it kind of gave us the ability to just go ahead and realize that our religions aren't going to
define us or our relationship.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not going to like, we have morals, and those morals are very similar to each other. And that's what we explain to each other about, in the future kids and stuff and how that is going to look. But it's one of those things where it's like, it's not going to affect us in any way. It's not like our beliefs are so different to a point of like, oh, this could never work. You know what I mean?
Well, and let's say I'm Christian, CK2.
He's Hindu.
Yeah. And, like you were saying, we have very similar morals.
Mm-hmm.
At a long time ago, maybe it seemed like that could potentially hinder our relationship. And at some points it did. But I didn't really ever think about, oh, I'm going to leave Saketu because he's a different religion than me. That's not what I've ever believed in. And it's like, we all have differences with, anybody you meet, you're going to be different than them completely. And if you love that person or care about them enough, then why not make it work? I've met so many people that are like, oh, yep, we're different religions. Guess we can't make it work. Why? You're just going to say, oh, you're not going to try because, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I've always found that interesting.
It's definitely one of those things where I think finances, religion, and just finances and religion are one of those two key factors of like what could make and break a relationship. And I guess being open to new ideas and different kinds of cultures, I guess. Yeah. It's just it's hard to make it. You have to be mature enough to be able to like get to a point where you can accept something like that. Yeah,
that somebody's different and they're set, but at the same time it's all about being able to be open to different things. You can't be closed-minded.
Yeah, like what are you going to do if somebody was born in India, there's a whole lot, and then that's what they've known their whole life, and you're going to expect them to change into something else? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as like somebody who is somebody who's like, I guess somebody who's like more on the indigenous side of things, like a Native American or whatever they are, and they believe in whatever they've known their whole life, right? And then they bring in a different kind of God into it, and it just doesn't make any sense. It's not like you can teach that. You can teach them, but they're not going to believe it because what they've been taught is completely different to what you're trying to teach them, and it just doesn't go very well from what you've grown up as, right?
Yeah, and I think too, especially if you guys are considering being very serious together and like staying together long term, whether that be marriage or whatever, then this is something along with your goals later on in life, how you want to do money stuff, because that is very important.
Yeah.
These are things that you have to discuss prior to taking that next step, whether it be moving in or getting married, whatever. You don't want to move in with somebody and find out you guys have completely 180 different opinions of everything,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that you need to discuss before you take a next serious step. But these are just some of the big ones, especially when you get married and decide to have children someday. So,
yeah, I agree. Great question.
Good question. I like that.
This is from Kevin Tucker. I keep forgetting how to pronounce his name.
So sorry.
Kevin. Okay. So, favorite Bollywood movie? Hallie, what's your favorite Bollywood movie?
Well, I know what yours is.
What is it?
3 Idiots.
3 Idiots is a really good movie, but my favorite all-time movie has to be Koi Milk. Is it Koi Milk? Oh my god, I can't believe it. I think it is, but that's got to be it. But Hallie, why haven't you watched I
have.
Indian movie? Huh?
I have. We've watched many different ones, but only little pieces of it because they typically are 3 hours long. And I'm not gonna lie, it's hard to keep my attention span for that long. Sitting and finding the time to do that. The longest of any movie that I have watched is PK.
Yeah, PK is really good.
And I really liked it.
Koi Mil Gaya is my favorite movie because it has my favorite actor, which is Hrithik Roshan. He's super hot, if you don't know. And it also has this alien.
Saketu loves him, if you don't know.
It has this alien who gives him magic powers, and he's like super nerdy like I was. And I thought I could relate. And it was a great movie. I used to watch that movie like 100 times every year. I watched that movie so many times it's not even funny. And I used to love the dance part where he
dance number.
Yeah, no, there's a dance. There was a part where he went to a club because he became cool enough to, and he did a really good job dancing. And I thought I could dance after seeing that. Let me just tell you.
Oh, you were wrong.
I could not dance whatsoever, but my favorite Bollywood movie will always be Koi Mil Gaya. All right. That's a great question. There's so many questions from Tucker. Kevin.
Thank you for asking so many questions. We really appreciate you because
Thoughts on the
do a lot.
Thoughts on the Paul Blart movies?
Oh, the first one is OG. Second,
Dude, Paul Blart's my shoot. He's great. I love it.
I love Paul Blart. Oh my gosh, that's like my childhood. That movie. Always watch it around Thanksgiving time because it's based around Black Friday, Thanksgiving. It's so good.
And then he also asked about the Home Alone franchise. Best Home Alone movie. What is it?
2.
2?
Yeah. I know you're going to say 3.
Okay, listen, hear me out.
I
know
watched
people come
3
at me.
with you. It was so funny.
People come at me for saying 3 is my favorite Home Alone movie, but
2
listen.
is superior.
The reason I love 3 is because I didn't know about Home Alone 1 and 2 because I didn't even know they
So you just
existed.
thought 3 came out of nowhere.
So I just thought 3 was the first one, okay?
Home Alone 3.
Yeah, I thought that was the first one.
It's backwards.
Well, that was the first DVD. That was the second DVD. First DVD I ever got was Nemo. Second DVD I ever got was
I had on
Home Alone 3.
VHS though. Oh.
And I used to watch that movie so much, and I used to love it because of the RC car.
No.
I was obsessed with RC cars, and I loved the fact that he could just ride his RC car so far away. First of all, mine would not go that far because it had this antenna and it could only go a certain distance. So that movie is super unrealistic. But if there was an RC car that could go that far, I would want it and I would get it no matter what. But that's definitely my favorite Home Alone movie.
Mine's number 2.
And then the National Treasure movies. What do you think about them?
Those are both great movies. I would say the second one is my favorite.
Yeah. Because the first one, it's a little too much prep.
It was kind of slow,
Yeah.
in a way, but number 2 is like things really pick up and get going, and that's where they're with the president, they're in the secret library, they're whatever. It's good.
Okay, I'm gonna switch off of Kevin for a little bit and go to Missy Marisi.
Woo!
And Missy Marisi, and see how do you like pickles? That's the question she's
I never
asking.
have growing up. However, and this sounds so lame. I've tried fried pickles a couple of times in the last 6 months, and they're pretty good.
Yeah, no, I like pickles, but I don't like pickles in things.
You take them off your Chick-fil-A sandwich.
I like to eat pickles separate.
Oh, I ate them on a sandwich 2 weeks ago.
But I cannot.
So yes.
I can't eat them on a sandwich. I don't know what it is.
The slices, not like a just straight dill pickle.
I love that. I like eating.
You love dill pickle?
Stop it. Okay. I like to eat pickles.
You like big old pickles?
Yes. Okay. Listen, I like to just eat the pickle. Sometimes, not all the time.
This is a family-friendly podcast.
Yeah, Hallie.
Dude,
what is
chill
going
out.
on? You're the one
Chill
going
out.
crazy. All right. Back to Kevin. Favorite elective in high school or college? Mine is obvious.
Your wood class? Your
College. What's my favorite elective in college?
Oh, sorry. I was thinking high school. College? Stress management?
That'd be probably number 2. My favorite was
Gym?
My favorite was weightlifting.
I didn't take that.
It was so fun.
I didn't take any fun classes. I worked my butt off.
Yeah, well, Hallie had
I graduated in 3 years.
Okay, she loves to brag about that.
Yeah, because I'm so smart.
Yeah, she's
oh my gosh.
so smart.
And I read all the time. I have so much knowledge and it's spewing out of me.
Yes, it's so much. Just so much.
I would say my favorite class was stress management that Kate and I took together because it was so much fun. We did yoga together. We took power naps together. We did so much amazing stuff and learned how to manage your stress.
Toilet paper, over or under?
Under.
It's got to be over. Why would you say under?
You're psychotic.
It needs to go. Everybody in these...
I just yank it under. That's why.
Everybody who's watching this is going to say over because it just makes sense.
I don't care. That's how I like it. That's how it's in that bathroom over there because I primarily use it because you poop upstairs.
I change it to over. Okay, everybody? Okay, next.
So Kate, you doing something in the house? What?
This is a great question. Excuse me. This is a great question. Favorite bottled water brand? Easy. Ice Mountain.
Oh, I was going to say we'd count down. 1, 2, 3.
Ice Mountain. It's so, I mean, if you're not drinking Ice Mountain, you're just,
If you say Dasani,
Yeah.
we're not friends.
if you're saying Dasani, you're drinking sewer water because that stuff is not good for you.
Well, it's also just, I don't like purified water.
Yeah.
If it's too purified, like I drink water from our fridge, obviously that's purified, but it's not like Dasani level or like Kroger purified water brand. Like that's not my jam. It doesn't, if I'm coming back from a run or like a really intense workout, I don't want to have something super purified go into my system. I want something a little Ice Mountain-y.
Yeah. I like Ice Mountain so much. But this is the next question is amazing, and I want you to like talk about your stuff as well. But
Okay.
it's what's the tech that you use?
Ugh, okay, go ahead.
This is good for you, your headphones, the
Yeah.
cool ones that nobody uses. But anyways,
I know, I could promote them.
what tech do you guys use? I use
I like this actually.
for like laptop, headphones, all that stuff. I use the MacBook M1 for my laptop, for my personal laptop. I have a PC upstairs. It's just a normal gaming PC that you can just buy off the shelf. It's like $800. It wasn't anything crazy. It just does the trick for us to game and stream at the same time. And then I have AirPods for like earbuds, and then I have Bose QC45s for headphones that I can take on the plane for noise canceling. Drone is gonna be DJI Mavic 2S or 2V2 or something. Air 2, something like that. I think it's called the Air 2. And then what
Camera?
else? Camera is Sony A7 IV with my backup being the GH5. And what else? I use these
lawnmower?
mics are the DJI mics. But what were you saying?
What lawnmower?
What lawnmower? I don't know. It was a gift from.
Oh, obviously you're not that passionate about grass.
it was
if you
craft.
don't
It was
know.
like craft something. Craftsman maybe.
Maybe?
I don't remember.
Is that it? What's our fridge?
Our fridge is a Samsung tablet fridge.
Samsung.
It's a great fridge. It works fine. It's good. What else tech wise? I don't know. I have all Logitech. Me and Hallie both have
Did you
all
talk about your headphones?
Logitech mice, keyboard, and
They're
headphones
so
are also
nice.
our Logitech.
Yeah.
I love Logitech in terms of keyboard and mice stuff. They do it best. That's
Me?
it. I also have a work iPad that I
What
use.
about your two phones?
Oh, I have the iPhone 14 Pro as my personal and my iPhone 13 Pro as my work.
You son of a gun. I have an iPhone SE for my work phone. All right. Anyways, this iPad that I'm using is the iPad Air 4th gen, I think. So I love my iPad. I got this last year. I do a lot of reading and watching stuff on it, and also looking on Pinterest, naturally.
Love it.
Don't have a laptop anymore. I sold it because I had a MacBook Pro in college.
But
it was
she
4
had-
years old.
She had the i7 or i5 or something
Yeah.
in it, and it was so bad.
So I was like, you know what? I'll sell it and I'll get an iPad because I have my work computer. I don't really need a laptop to do anything because I have a PC now. My PC is HP Omen, right? And
It was like $1,100, but it was like the.
but
like-
it's I something.
Oh
It's
no,
Ice.
you have the Ryzen 5.
Oh, I have the Ryzen 5.
You have the Ryzen 5 chip, and then the NVIDIA 1660. I have the 1660 Super,
But mine's still better.
but Hallie's is better because the Ryzen 5 is. AMD is a way better chipset right now than Intel.
You got your PC from Costco. I got mine from Best Buy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
My phone, I have a red iPhone 13 mini. Love my phone. My work phone is an iPhone SE. It sucks, but I don't really use it that much. I don't care. I also, headphones. This is my favorite thing to talk about. First off, I recently adopted a pair of K2's AirPods that he doesn't want anymore, which I'll just keep those as like backups if I want to use them for, like to take meetings on or whatever. That I can do that. But I also have the Bose. I have the Quiet Comfort, like the first
35s.
Bose 35 over ear headphones. They're amazing. That's what I probably mainly use for traveling, just because they're pretty good at noise canceling.
They're better than the 45s, by the way.
Oh yeah, way better.
I don't know how, but the QC35 2, which is what she has, are better. They're so much more comfortable.
They're so good. They're very comfortable, very good. They look good. And then my headphones that are underdogs that I love, that I'm here to promote, are the Jabra Elite Active 65T.
And I will one up that. Jabra is the best noise quality sound I have ever heard in earbuds. Better than Bose.
Oh, yeah.
Better than AirPods. Better, like, I don't know why they're not popular.
And I don't know anybody who owns them.
Jabra.
It's not
everybody.
like they're cheap. Yeah, Jabra.
Sponsor us.
J-A-B-R-A.
Please sponsor
oh my gosh,
us.
I
My
would die.
God, it is insane how good their headphones are.
Jabra is amazing. And my headphones are 4 years old. And they're still better than KT's brand new AirPods that he just got.
Yeah,
and they
it's
work.
nuts.
The battery life is phenomenal. It's got a charging case. They last for weeks on end without me having to charge. I mean, seriously.
I would
like,
love to wear them, but the issue is my ears.
You got the weirdest ears I've ever seen.
I gotta have like a little hook to be able to hook into my. So, anyways, Jabra, please come out with little hooks for your headphones. Otherwise, I mean, if you came out with a hooked headphone like that, oh my God, I would 100% buy it.
But Jabra earbuds are top tier. And then my camera, I use a Canon 60 Mark II. I don't have a backup camera like K2. I need one because especially when I'm doing weddings, it's really hard for me to shift back and forth between my wide angle lens and my prime lens.
Yep.
So that's something we're figuring out as well. But is that all the tech I've got?
I think so. I think you hit everything.
Yeah.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah. Looking around.
Your vacuum. That's tech.
Oh, my LG cordless vacuum.
A9.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's pretty
The
nice.
best purchase that we've made for this house, hands down.
Yeah.
Because we have a little kitty who likes to get her hair everywhere. And my hair as well. I have a lot of it and it just goes all over the place.
Don't get the Dyson.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Absolutely not worth it. Get the LG. Promise you. It's amazing. I vacuum. I just vacuum today. I honestly probably vacuum like 2 to 3 times a week because no matter how much I do it, like there's always just hair. So it works amazingly. I don't have to keep unplugging and plugging the cord back in. We have a 2-story house. It can be hard. Comes with a bunch of different attachments. LG, sponsor me. I love your vacuum. Thank you.
Yes, it's great.
Yeah. Couldn't say anything else more positive about it.
That's all our tech. I love that question.
That was a great question.
I love it. Have you ever broken a bone, says
Yes.
Missy Marissi.
Yes, I have.
You have? Where?
Fun fact. Oh, another fun fact about me is that my left pinky is longer than my right pinky.
Because she broke it.
Because I broke it. It got jammed playing basketball, and then they had to break it again to reset it. Otherwise, it would have grown back like a weird lump in it. And I was afraid of needles at the time, and they said, we can numb it with a shot. And I said, no, just do it. I was in 6th grade. I said, no, just do it. They broke it again. I fainted because it hurt so bad, and it was awful. And then it took a very long time to heal. But because they did that, because they pulled it and snapped it down to break it again, it is longer than my other one. So.
And then what else did you break?
I didn't break it, but I I was playing volleyball and I fell, so like my foot kind of fell out from underneath me, so I like pulled like my whole foot really bad. I sprained my poor right foot has been through the ringer so much. Did that and was in a boot and had crutches for months. And then after that, the next year, I had 2 years later, I was doing track and I was running a lot more and I had a lot of pain in my right foot. And it turns out long term, even now it still bothers me, long term tore something in my foot that I had to get cortisone shots for, and just, it's like a never ending cycle. So I didn't break it. They thought I was going to have surgery, but I kind of lucked out on that.
Nice.
So I've had some interesting things.
I didn't have anything. I'm clean as a rhinoceros.
Clean as a beaver? Is that a thing?
I guess so. But anyways, I'm good to go. I've stubbed my thumb and my pinky from playing football, but that's it.
You played football?
I used to play football. Not on a team.
Just for fun. That's
just
okay.
in my neighborhood.
That's okay.
And I used to get, hit pretty hard because I was
you
a
were
little
just
kid.
little. Yeah.
So, yeah, that was it. All right, Hallie, this is for you. Who's the inspo for cooking? Like, Who do you watch? What do you read to get recipes? This is from Drew Pinky Wallace.
Well, I would say...
1 second. One fun fact. Drew Pinky was the first person I ever made a video with in my life. And
that's
it's
awesome.
still on my YouTube. I think it might be...
Unlisted.
It might be unlisted. I think it might be unlisted, but it was called Parkour.
Or list it. Sorry, I meant
Oh,
list it.
you want me to list
List it from the unlisted.
If I
it's
get
good.
500 views on this podcast, I'll unlist it. But it was a great video. Yeah.
I would say a lot of, when I first started learning to cook and what to cook for 2 people, I would say a lot of it was Pinterest and finding ideas there. There are quite a few accounts on Instagram that I follow that I definitely get inspiration from. Like, obviously, some of them are really complex. I'm like, oh, well, I can't do that, but let me think I could do something similar and maybe break it down a little bit and don't have to buy as many ingredients for it or whatever it may be. I obviously have learned a lot from my mother, my grandmother. They're wonderful cooks. They've passed down recipes to me. They've passed down cookbooks to me. I've learned a lot from Saketu's mom in terms of Indian food and how to make that kind of stuff, how to make cha, how to do that. Yeah, I mean, I would say I still reference Pinterest sometimes to like get ideas, but I have a pretty good idea of like what kinds of staples that we want to have, and I plan out every week. I go to the store, or like every other week. Like we're gonna go to the store today. I've planned out already what I'm gonna make this week: breakfast, lunch, dinner for like every day. And yes, that might sound very excessive. It is, but that's just how my brain works. And I plan that out so that I can grocery shop accordingly, so that I make sure that I use everything. So I get inspiration from what sounds good. Like, I'll ask the KT what sounds good, and I've made a list of like things that we love to eat, and I'll be like, you want to go through the list and look? So it's just been a build-up over time of finding things online, from family, from cookbooks, whatever.
Perfect.
I love that question.
Look at that. I wish I knew how to cook. But anyways.
You're learning.
Are you planning on having kids anytime soon? Says Abhi Patel.
How many questions are left?
One more after this.
Okay.
And so, for me, it's not right now. I want to be a millionaire before we have kids.
Oh my gosh, shut up. You're so lame.
But no, I think that we could if we wanted to, but I think that right now
We're
is just
like,
not
wanting to
there yet. Just because I still want to travel a little bit more.
We need to be, I mean, honestly, like, I don't know that we'll ever be ready. Like, I'm not going to sit down one day and be like, yep, K2, let's do it. Let's have a baby, because I don't feel like I've achieved enough in my personal life yet. Yeah. And I'm not set on my career just yet. And so if I don't feel comfortable there, how can I feel comfortable bringing a child into the world? I don't.
Yeah. So that's just going to take time. I think until we get a solidified career path, knowing exactly where we're going to go, it's going to be a little difficult.
Well, and right now I already have one baby. Her name is Sylvie Patel.
Yeah.
Actually, I have 2 that I have to take care of and feed and, whatever. But Sylvie's my main baby. And until I do decide to have a child, she is my main number 1. So.
Yes, she's the best.
She is.
This is the last question from Tarak, one of our number 1 supporters. He asks, what do you do when you're stuck in a loop doing the same thing over and over again? How do you get out of that, especially if you don't have many friends to hang out with and make you forget about stuff like that?
That's a great question.
Listen, we have a lot of friends, but it's like really hard for us to just like hang out with them and figure out a way to forget about doing the same thing over and over again. And we run into this a lot.
Well, I have a good answer. And I would say, I know a lot of people go through this, but once you graduate and you're in the corporate world, it's very, very different. And there are a lot of times where you feel very alone. Especially with COVID, it was really hard for those first couple of years, excuse me, while we were home and we were very isolated from everyone. So I can relate to that in a way that I felt like I had no one at that time, of course, other than K2, and I lived with my parents, but I was in a very different realm of work than what my friends were doing, because I graduated a year early, so a lot, like, all my friends were still in school, so they were still in school living great lives, and I was over here getting into the corporate side of things and working 40 hours a week, and I'm like, wow, I feel very alone right now. And so because of that, again, especially during COVID, and I mean, even I obviously go through this now where you feel like you're in a loop. You're doing the same thing over and over and over. And I've told Saketu that so many times, and we'll sit down and I'll say, Saketu, I feel like I'm doing, and I'll just cry. I'll say, I'm doing the same thing over and over. I am so tired of it. And what do I need to do? And I would say the biggest thing that you can do here, regardless of if you have friends or if you're by yourself, whatever it may be, you need to switch it up somehow. Whether that be
waking up earlier.
Yeah. Going to the gym, going on walks, trying different
taking
foods.
A road trip.
Yeah. Go on a road trip. Go by yourself. Go out to dinner by yourself. Go to the library. I started reading as a way because I felt like I was spinning my wheels, wasting my time watching stuff on TV or being on my phone, doing stuff that I didn't care about. And so I took up reading.
Make a video?
Yeah, make a video. Even if it's just for you, just try it out. Just have fun. Take photos. There are so many different hobbies that you can sink yourself into.
Things to avoid. Watching YouTube. Watching movies and TV shows.
TikTok.
Those are things that are not going to help in any way. They are just going to continue that loop of doing nothing.
Because being online, you see people and you always see the best side of their lives. That's not realistic. And so there's no point in trying to just submerge yourself into that because that's not what it is. You need to do things for you that you think could potentially grow you. Or you could even just take up one small hobby at a time.
Yeah.
I just started reading. You could read anything. I mean, I don't know. You could start listening to a different genre of music, something that makes you excited to listen to it. Find a new podcast, our podcast, and do something. I mean, you find a new game. We play Fortnite. That's definitely a session or a form of therapy for us.
That's super fun.
We love it Fortnite so much. Just anything that you can do, because I can so relate in the sense that you feel alone, because I've felt that way many times in my life. And I know you probably have as well. And just doing anything to switch up your routine, even something so small, can make such a big difference.
Yep, I agree.
Just try something, maybe that would make you uncomfortable, or maybe something, I haven't done that before. Maybe let me try that and see how I feel about it. If you don't like it, whatever, find something different.
Yeah, I really think I agree with that. It's just hard to get out of that loop. I feel like I'm in it all the time, but the only thing that makes me get out of it is for me, exercise and getting off of the socials.
Yeah. And one thing that I started doing too that I can also promote and plug this because I love it. It's a book that I have and it's called Burn After Writing. And I've gotten so many of I've gotten my mom, my sister-in-law, Saketu, I've gotten them all one. And what Burn After Writing is, it's basically a journal. You could just journal in a blank journal, but this one has different prompts and it's only for you to read, obviously, as a journal, but it really makes you think. And something that I love to do that I try and do once a week to treat myself is I go get coffee, I go to the library, I journal, I read, I do whatever. And that mentally has helped me so much, along with the exercise that I do. I don't choose to do strenuous workouts on the weekend. I do something that's going to make me happy. So I go on walks on the weekend and I love that. That is the biggest form of self-care. Walking, journaling, coffee, reading. That's it. That's what I love to do. So my advice is just to find something that can also make you feel that way. Make you as happy as I am when I do those things that I love. So that's all I got for that one.
I agree. That was the last question, Hallie.
Really?
That was great. I thoroughly enjoyed this podcast.
This was great.
And doing questions. I think we're going to have to do this at least every other month. Or maybe even every month, but figuring out a way to get that possible.
This is fun.
But we're going to need your help to do it because you guys are the ones who come up with the questions.
Askers.
So I really enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed all of the questions we answered. If you want us to go into a specific topic of any questions, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, and we could make it into a full-on episode.
Exactly. So, yeah, that's about it. Hallie, I guess I don't have anything else to say besides if you want, you can close this out.
This was a great episode, and I love doing questions of the week. I'm really glad that we did a whole episode on this rather than just a little few minute segment because I was able to talk a lot more and we were
So many different topics.
so many different topics that we were able to cover. So we need to keep on doing that. So you guys, you know what to do. Submit questions. You can comment them on YouTube. You can put them on Instagram, like DM us, whatever it is. Leave them on Spotify even. Do that and we can get more questions that way.
Yes, we can.
But with that, I will close this out. So thank you guys for listening. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you are on YouTube. Subscribe also if you are on a podcast service. Lastly, just go ahead and share this with your friends, family, and fellow cha drinkers, and we will catch you next Monday at 1/2 cha.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.
Woo!